Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Lisa. Say hi, Sarah. Look here, Sarah. And this is Sarah. She was up here, so before I shoo her off, I'll show you my cute little baby. Are you a cute baby, Sarah? Okay, sit. Okay, come on, go this way. Good job, sit. Okay, sit. Sit down. How's everybody doing? I've got like 30 minutes before I have to leave to get to work. And I've been planning this video for days, had stuff in my basket, and just life has just gotten in the way. But I wanted to do a video and get back on here and say hi to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Things are going okay here. Larry and I both were sick. We think it was COVID. We had all of the symptoms. We just never went and got tested. So we just stayed away from people and just, and anyway, we're back to normal-ish. We still get tired pretty easy, but other than that, thankfully, we never had to get any major kind of, major preventative medicine or whatever. I got an antibiotic. I don't even think he did. He just took over-the-counter stuff. So anyway, you're not here to hear about my health. But so anyway, that put a little bit of a bump in our road. We didn't get a whole lot done, and we are really behind on our yard and things like that, but we'll get caught up. We always seem to. So there wasn't a ton of stitching, because really I was off work for like, I don't know, was it a week and a half, 2 weeks? I don't know. It was a while. But I only stitched one of those days. I was literally like in bed 24/7. It seemed like I slept. I mean, if I was on the couch, I was asleep. It was crazy. So there wasn't a ton of stitching since my last video. But I'm going to show whatever I got done, and we'll move on. And hopefully I have been working on, I used to bobbinate. So I've been working on getting my thread on thread drops, so I'll share that with you. It's a kinky mess over there, but I feel like I can iron it and get it smoothed out. Anyway, I'm going to be all over the board here, but we don't have time for take 2 because we got to get to work. So I have a little finish. Oh dear. Let's see. There we go. Sort of. It's actually in a shadow box type of frame that I got at the thrift store. I don't know, it was like 25 or 50 cents, something like that. And so I feel like if I could find a little tiny watch or something, it would be pretty cool. I even thought I might just take, I found some more of my mom's thimbles, and because at the bottom it says a stitch in time saves 9. So either it'll be stitch stuff that I put in there, or I thought maybe a little watch would be cute. But normally I don't use glass, but this frame worked pretty perfect, and I had it, and I could get something finished, so that's what I went with. So we'll see. I might try to do some little red smalls and frame them with glass, because there's a little bit of a wall behind where I do my makeup and my hair. I have like a little vanity, and then right next to the closet, there's a little wall. Well, I hate the stuff that I have on the wall. It's not good. So I thought, but I always spray my hairspray there, you know, and so I don't want anything without glass behind there, because I feel like it'll get ruined. But I thought, well, if I did some of these little red smalls and frame them with glass, then I could have stitching there, which is what I want, and yet I could still clean it easily. So I thought, well, I better get stitching. So I started working a little bit more on this one. And this is a freebie off of Pinterest. I'll try in a couple of days, maybe after I have the video up, to go on Pinterest and try to find the designer. I feel like Daisy K Primitives. I feel like Christy has done this one too. I don't know if I had started it and saw hers and thought, ooh, you know, I don't remember. But I feel like I just had to his done. And so I just started working some more on it. There really isn't much more. There's like a little row of flowers and another little border, and then this one will be done. This was when I was trying to do one strand of red thread at the beginning of when I started stitching. You know, when I was trying to be Lori Holt, and because I love everything she does, and she always has wonderful ideas. So that's what I've done last week. I worked on it, I think, like 3 evenings right before I got started. I would just do 1 or 2 strands of thread. So anyhow, okay, so that's my plan for a little tiny red sampler wall, just little smalls. So I have to start picking out my next one because this one's almost done. Okay, I did have a few, well, let's just keep going on what I've been working on. Again, I worked a little bit more on Jane Eyre, and it was a freebie off of Pinterest. And so I was picking my own colors, and I think I had just done maybe like this up to the first band here. And so I finished the alphabet and did the smaller lowercase alphabet and the little border underneath it. So kind of delicate colors. And I thought this too might work on that little wall behind. I don't know, that's awful light fabric. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm running out of walls, but I'm still wanting to stitch all the time, so. Okay, this is probably one of the things that is all coming together to be, I think, one of my favorite stitches. It's a Plum Street Sampler design, and it's a shepherd's song. So, someone gifted me the pattern. I want to say it was it Mary Jane? Oh, I should have looked all this up. And if I had time, I would pause the video and go look in my notebook. I'm pretty sure it was Mary Jane. Anyway, somebody very kindly gifted me the pattern. And then Shannon gifted me a gift card for my L&S. And so I bought this wonderful fabric that I used to remember the name of. I want to say maybe, I don't know. I think I'm going to take it to my L&S next time and have her look at it and see if she can help me figure out what it is. So, but I wasn't real crazy about the colors. It's like just a pink, like a pink and a mauve. And I wanted it to be a little deeper, but isn't this turning out so pretty? Now I have to do a little bit on the centers, and there's like little, I think, what are they called, stamens on these bottom flowers. So there's like some, you know, straight stitch that you have to put in there. But this is on 40 count. But I just love this. I actually keep it folded up so that it's showing out through the Ziploc bag that it's in. So that when I look at it, I mean, it just makes me so happy. I just love this. So I was able to put a little bit of work into my house at Berry Chapel Road, Miss Baxter's house by Stacy Nash. I was able to put the bee skep in here. Whoops. Something behind it. So I was able to get the bee skep in there. And then it was time for bed. So that's all I've gotten done on that one. Oh dear. I long for a day when I won't want to take a nap or, you know, be tired. I don't know when that'll be, but I long for it. Okay. I wasn't sure what I wanted to work on the other night, so I pulled out Early Christmas Morning by Blackbird Designs. I was gifted this by someone too. Ah, terrible. I should have looked all this stuff up. Maybe I should call off work. What do you think? Should I do it? No. Just kidding. Okay, so I had just done the vine to here, and I had done the leaves to about here. And so I was able to make quite a bit of progress on it the other night. I don't remember if I'm using the called for colors in the thread or not. I feel like I kind of was. We'll see. I did a little bit more work on Summer Breeze by Prairie Schooler. So this one, I had a mistake somewhere in the square here. So I ripped out a bunch and I put the little trees in. And then I started with the the water again to see if I can get a little bit more on track. I mean, I wasn't a lot off, but boy, I've noticed like there's like no wiggle room in these Prairie Schooler designs. So like this one, because like literally there's like one, I've said like 2 million times. Oh, there are only one row of stitches in between different things. So like your letters and stuff, if you're one stitch too high or whatever, now your stuff's touching. There's no space. So talk about a little pressure. So anyhow, but I got a little bit more. I kept putting this away. I didn't want to work on it because I knew I had an error in there and it was just bugging me. And so finally I thought, just rip it out. Quit being a baby. So I did. And then when I was going through my basket of charts, I found this one. And I had started the little piece. This is Autumn Leaves by Prairie Schooler. And I had started this one a while back, and then I needed the fabric for another series that I was doing. So it'll have to be a restart. But I thought, well, I think I have enough fabric on the same piece of linen to do the other side. And it worked out. So I was able to get this much of it done. And then wouldn't you know, I made an error right here. It's supposed to be 4 stitches and I only did 3, which meant that I was a stitch too short here. And I just went zig, 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 and then I went down, over, da, 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 da. And wouldn't you know, when I got to this, when I got up to here, it didn't all line up. I was so irritated. I'm like, I'm not ripping all that out. But then I looked and it's like, well, you have to, because there's only one row of things around it. So then I got irritated and put it away. I think there might be a way I can fudge my way through. We'll see. We'll see. I don't like to rip out. It's such a bummer. So I don't know if I will kind of look at charts in the future and see, like, if it's just one, one space between rows of words or whatever. I don't know, I might second guess working on that kind of a chart, just because, I mean, I like to enjoy it. I don't want to be like, ooh, am I gonna mess up? Anyway, this was gifted to me by my dear friend Angela, and so this is going to be a new start. I decided that I had gotten quite a few of my whips put down, but there was a few things that were calling to me, and I thought, why wait? So I'm going to start it. I found a little piece of mystery fabric, and so I've gotten that far. I think I have a few of the colors on some of these in the floss, but I mainly have to go and grab some more. So I also want to work on a new one that I had purchased. It's new to me, but it's definitely, I don't think, a new pattern, but it's the Sampler House by Brenda Gervais. So I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to do the Happy Birthday America. I think everybody's seen that. I have the fabric for the drum, and I think they'll go nicely together. So I feel like if This is just an old start of something else I have to rip out. But I thought if I just do the Happy Birthday America up in this corner and started the other one in this corner, I wouldn't have to cut the fabric until I was closer. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Oh gosh, we have 10 minutes. I got to hurry. So, and then I think I had planned on doing this in a Mania one, and I never got to it. So this is Abby Rose Designs Yuletide on Thistle Hill. Why am I blurry? There we go. And so, oh dear. Am I still going? Oh yeah, I'm still going. I just saw a red dot and I thought, oh, if I haven't been recording. Sounds like me though. So anyway, I'm not going to go through it because I'm not for sure on any of those things that I put in there, but those were just kind of ideas of what I thought I might do. Okay, and then I also did a little bit of, I want to make a table runner, and so I will try to list the name of this designer. I just bought the little patterns at the thrift store, and I've had them in my pile of things that I wanted to do forever, and I thought, oh, just do it. And I didn't want it to be necessarily pink. I wanted it to go every day on my table. So anyway, I'm going to do some blanket stitching on that, and then I can finish it up. I did receive some, let's see, and then I thought real quick I would show you, like, I've been unbobbinating. A lot of these colors I don't know if I will ever even use again because they're not near as crazy as that. But anyway, so I have been unbobbinating because I really need the drawers in the cabinet for other things to store in there. And I love using floss drops. I'll never go back to bobbins. So I thought, why am I keeping it? Let's clear out some space. So I've just been sitting and doing that when I don't feel like stitching. So I did receive some mail that was so kind. When we had to have Molly put to sleep, I received the cutest or the sweetest card from Cindy. And she's Cindy C. Stitches on Instagram. And then I received a little card from Christy from Daisy K Primitives. And I felt like I'm just doing like a review from being to the retreat where everybody had these wonderful little goodies that she gave. There's some floss drops, there's a needle, and a little bulb pin with a charm. So it was kind of like being at the retreat. Not. I bet the retreat was incredible. If I wasn't such a sissy and would fly somewhere, wouldn't that be fun? I've never been on a plane, so. Okay, I got 6 minutes. I was going through my stash because I seriously was trying to find one of my charts, and I did finally find it, but it wasn't in any of the predictable places. Anyway, I ran across this chart and I thought I would offer it as a giveaway. It's just, I love it. I love anything with Crocs. Excuse me. But I just know in my grand scheme of things, I'm never going to get to this. I love it, but I'm never going to get to it. So I thought, well, I'll just offer it as a giveaway. So if you are interested in this, just put Croc, C-R-O-C-K, because there's cute little Crocs on it. Is that what I should say? Or maybe we should say flowers. Flowers are easier. Let's just say flowers or Croc, whatever. No, I can't do both because I'm not that tech savvy. Delete everything I just said on this. Let's say the word flowers because that's not really, it's a picture. Anyway, so if you're interested in that, just put flowers in your comment. Please be a subscriber. I would appreciate it. And then don't say giveaway. And then we'll pick the winner next time. So that's going to be one giveaway. And then I also had made a floss drop for myself, and I thought I would just make one for you guys. So not a floss drop, a floss, what are these things called? Doesn't matter. You can use it, you can put it on a different keychain. And actually, I'll try to provide one of those little clasps in case you just want to use it on like scissors or whatever. I have little lobster claw thing. I try to remember to do that. Anyway, so it's just a sunflower on the one side, and on this side I just put a little piece of homespun and then a little heart and a spool. So anyway, if you're interested in this, just use the word floss. And you'll be entered to win a little floss keeper. Bling. I know. It's sad that certain things will not stick in my head, but that's one of them. I know it's a floss drop. Anyway, it's the cute stuff that you just have to have, that you don't really have to have, but that you have to have. All right, well, I'm off to work. On the work front, I am pretty excited. I had just been like really overwhelmed at work, and we just increased a lot in volume with the COVID thing and people wanting to get carry-out food. I work in a restaurant, and so our carry-out department is basically a small restaurant in itself. I mean, it's incredible. The amount of food that goes out through there. So I know a lot of people think, oh, well, you do carry out, that's it, you know. But we have like 13 people that work in our department. Of course, it's hard to get them all on the same day because people have lives, and a lot of them are kids, and so they can only work certain times. Anyway, but I had been the supervisor for 14 years, and it was just getting to be way too much, and I was just tired of always... you would get a team going and they would just be functioning really good, and you could kind of relax a little bit and not feel like you have to watch every move that all these, 8 or 9 people are doing, and make sure all the orders are going out on time and that we're not missing anything. And if we happen to miss a side or whatever, listening to all the complaint calls and just the whole customer service thing was just kind of weighing me down. So anyway, I just finally told him I don't want to be the supervisor anymore. I want to continue working here, but I want to work in the back somewhere where I don't have to deal with customers all the time. I don't have to be in charge of anybody but me. And anyhow, so they had been on the lookout for, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, something like that. And I don't know that Gavin is going to do it for long. I don't know. It's a starting point. And so he's doing it on Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. We're closed on Sunday. I'm off on Monday, and we're closed on Wednesday. So that just leaves Tuesday that I have to try to keep an eye on things a little bit. But I think it's mainly all the complaints will go to the general manager of the kitchen. So I just feel like a weight has been lifted. I'm all excited. I'm going to have a party on Halloween. That's Lisa's not the supervisor anymore party. So I'm inviting all my past carry-out crew, some from like 8 years ago. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So I just feel like I have a new outlook, and it's good. So I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't hate the thought of going in there. And two, my knees are pretty much shot. And so like going far distance walking is just really hard. I couldn't hardly get it to the end of the day. Where now I'm in like a smaller area. I'm still filling plates and things. I'm still working with the food. But I don't have to walk as far. Probably, I still walk a lot, but not as far. So I know a bunch of people had heard some of my concerns about my job and had been praying for me and wondering how things were going. So I thought instead of trying to text everybody, I would just try to mention it here. I don't usually talk too much about my job. But anyway, but they were very kind, and they helped me out, and found me a replacement. So very excited. But now I have to head off to work so that I can still, well, I forgot I did my hair already, so I don't have to go and get ready. I got a few more minutes. So anyway, I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope you're doing all of the fun things. What else was I going to talk about? There was a ton of things I wanted to mention, but I knew I didn't really necessarily have enough time. But I forgot I already got ready, so all I have to do is just throw my clothes on. I don't know, sometimes it scares me how my brain isn't always firing on full. Does that make sense? What is that? I just made that up. Anyway, I'm going to get off here because now I'm just getting goofy. So, if you were interested in the chart, don't forget, leave a comment below and say flowers. And if you're interested in the little floss keep, then say the word floss. And we will see you. I don't know, I'm hoping that it'll be in a week or two, but I can't guarantee, you know me. Where if I did, I think I would get a little bit more done if I had a little more structure, but this is the fun part, and so I try not to make too many rules in this part. Life has enough rules of its own. So I hope everybody has a blessed day and do something that makes you happy. Bye.